to be a typical summer day with sunshine, heat, and humidity. I'll have all the details on what you can expect coming up.
Right now in Good Morning Augusta, wondering how much your property is worth in Richmond County, how and when you'll get those answers coming up.
Plus, why some people were scared for their lives while celebrating their 4th year in Augusta. We'll hear from witnesses straight ahead.
And a new school year comes with new leadership in Aiken County, who's moving into principal roles in a few weeks as your Good Morning Augusta continues.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
And a good morning to you on this Thursday, July 6th. I'm Kim Vickers.
Good morning, sunshine. I'm Sean Cabbage-Dog. Thanks for joining us.
Coverage you can count on begins this morning with big news for property owners refund. And it's time now for another quick check of your forecast this morning.
Sherry, another hot one on tap for us today.
Yes, sir, another hot one. But right now, main concern is fog. As we look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Augusta Marriott, you can see we've got this hazy fog, light mist falling. It's definitely something to take into consideration as you head out the door this morning, as it's messing with our visibility outside. So in Aiken County, it is at a 0. Edgefield and McCormick down to 1 mile. Here in Augusta at 5 miles, Thompson 2. So definitely keep that in mind, as that's definitely something that could hold up your morning commute. Looking at the satellite and radar, we've got some low-level clouds here pushing through, but the good news back behind it, we do have drier air, so we'll get to enjoy a lot of sunshine for today. Temperature rise across the CSRA. We're in those lower 70s, 72 in Augusta, 73 in Waynesboro, 74 looks like our warm spot in Bamberg right now at this hour, and believe it or not, it is cooler than it was this time yesterday. But the bad news, the humidity has not went anywhere. On our muggy meter, we are at a 2 for today. So it's going to be hot and humid, but some sunshine to enjoy. Your fast forecast, we're going to be in the 70s at the 7 o'clock hour, moving to the 80s by lunchtime, and topping off the day at 94 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. So again, the morning dealing with the fog, and the afternoon we'll get to have the sunshine. More details for you coming up.
All right, Sherry, thank you. Happening today, security will be...
And we're back in a typical summertime pattern with hot and humid days. I'll have all the details for you coming up.
Where are the most...
And we've got meteorologist Sherry Shealy back with another check of your weather.
Yeah, so your pool planner today is looking good, starting off in those upper 70s and warming up into the 90s by the middle of the day with a mix of sun and clouds. I'll have your full forecast for you on the other side of this break.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
So check it out. This past Monday was apparently the hottest day ever on planet Earth. Measurements from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, show that the average global temperature reached 62.62 degrees as heat waves spread across the world. Parts of North Africa hit 122 degrees, and even Antarctica, where it's winter, is usually warm as well. But for us, it's been warm, but not that warm, right? 112 degrees, yikes. So yesterday we did reach 93 degrees, which is just below average of 94. Record-breaking for us would be 102, so certainly nowhere near that. And our hottest day of the year was actually on Monday as well. So kind of ironic there. It was definitely a hot day for us. On our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Washington Road, you can definitely see we've got some fog to contend with today. So the roads are starting to get a little busy. So make sure you got those headlights on and pack your patience this morning so you can get to your destination safely. 72 degrees in Augusta. When you factor in that high humidity, feels like 73. And here in Augusta, visibility is limited down to 5 miles. Other places, even less. So please be careful out there. Across the southeast, we've got temperatures in the 70s and 80s across the board. 75 in Jackson, Mississippi. 82 in Tampa, Florida. 75 on the coast of South Carolina, Charleston. Nice and toasty. Our satellite and radar, we can see all that rain that came through yesterday is now well off to the coast. Just a few clouds draped across the coast and into our areas. We have a stationary front directly overhead. And good news, back behind it, we have some drier air. So yesterday we picked up almost 1.25 inches of rain. So for the month of July, already 6 days in, we are well above average with almost 1.5 inches of rain. And for the year, over 33.5 inches of rain. So no drought to speak of with our farmers forecast. Nothing to worry about there. When we pick up some more today, there's a chance of some afternoon sprinkles. We're going to call it a 20% chance. And winds coming from the west at 5 miles per hour. So those rain chances for the next couple of days. Today's actually the lowest, but then we kind of get in that typical summertime pattern where we have nice sun and clouds during the day, and then some pop-up storms and showers in the afternoon. So we're going to stick with a 40% chance going into your weekend. So for today, looking at that futurecast, we've got mostly clear skies at the 9 o'clock hour, just a few fair weather clouds moving here and there throughout the afternoon, including your lunch hour, but keeping it nice and dry. But as we move into those afternoon hours, notice those little speckles of green. It's going to be light rain, and it's going to be super isolated, even spotty in nature. So not a widespread event. I wouldn't worry about having that umbrella handy because the odds are against you for getting wet, but just have to throw that in there as it is a chance. But I'm thinking definitely more of a sunny day for us to enjoy for today. Moving into Friday, kind of wash and repeat, just a few clouds, lots of sunshine, and then as we move into the afternoon hours after the heat of the day, have some pop-up showers and storms to contend with for your Friday. But your day planner for your Thursday, going to keep it nice and dry with just a mix of clouds and those upper 70s at 9 a.m., moving into the 80s by lunchtime. And our high today, we're going to be in those mid-90s, 94 here in Augusta, 93 in Louisville, a little bit cooler to our north at 91 in Crawfordville and Washington. Our temperature trend, we're kind of right on target, average for this time of year, 94. And we pretty much got a flat line for the next several days in the 90s, lows in the 70s, which is right where we should be as well. Again, just a flat line, average right there in those lower 70s. So your 10-day forecast today, we're looking at some partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Again, a 20% chance of some afternoon showers, but I really think it's going to be super spotty in nature. A better chance of scattered afternoon storms definitely coming in for your weekend, unfortunately. So heat, humidity, and afternoon storms. That's your forecast.
Here's Peach Jam. We'll check in with our local players.
That does it for morning sports.
Well, here's what's brewing this morning. Everyone is still talking about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest and its 16-time champ Joey Chestnut, but there are other competitive eaters out there, like a woman in the UK who ate 19 chicken nuggets in just 60 seconds. That's a lot. She also holds the record for the most nuggets eaten in 3 minutes, which, by the way, is 1.7 pounds. But it gets better. A guy in Canada devoured an entire head of lettuce in a minute and a half. And then there's another record that might not be for everyone. In 2018, a woman downed nearly 3.5 jars of mayonnaise in 3 minutes. I like mayonnaise, but not 3.5 jars worth of mayonnaise in 3 minutes. I don't understand the eating contest thing. I can't watch them. It makes me nauseous. I can't watch them.
Why would you want to eat a head of lettuce?
Why would you want to eat that much food that fast?
A pound of chicken nuggets.
I know.
Ooh, I've seen my child shove them in her mouth real fast, but that's a lot.
No, I know. A whole lot.
Yeah. So now it's time to announce our coffee club winner. Congratulations, Vanessa Peacock of Augusta, Georgia. You are today's winner. To claim your prize, just come on into the studio. And if you would like to enter, just head on over to wjbf.com/coffee club or drop a postcard in the mail with your name on it.
We'll be right back.
In a wreck? Call me right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Good morning to you. It is Friday Eve. I'm Kim Vickers in for Barkley Bishop.
I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Mary is off today.
And I'm meteorologist Sherry Shealy in for John Lynn. So I guess we're the fill-in.
we're definitely the fill-in. So you guys are usually GMA on the weekends, but you don't have to get up quite as early. So, how are you guys doing? Tired so far?
I'm still got a coffee high right now, so I'm good, but I'm sure there'll be some crashing later.
I'm usually up around this time anyway, but it's coming to work and having to get dressed and all that stuff. That's the problem.
And doing your hair too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Got all that beautiful locks, those lovely locks. So, all right, nice hot day coming up, Sherry.
Yes, it's a hot one for sure, but looking at our commute forecast, the main thing we're dealing with this morning is some fog. We got some foggy conditions. It's limited visibility through much of the CSRA at this hour. That will continue for the next hour or two, but once that sun comes up, that will start to burn off. We've got temperatures in the 70s. So morning commute, main thing fog, but then in the afternoon, we'll have nice dry conditions and warm temperatures in the 90s. So it's going to be a warm one out there. So soak up as much AC on the inside as you can. What else you got for us, guys?
Well, our coverage you can count on continues with President Joe Biden in North Augusta saying goodbye to a grocery store. You can mark Lidl on East Martintown Road off of your list of places to do your shopping. That's effective July 16th. The senior manager says the difficult decision came down to slow business. It will instead focus on locations closer and more convenient for customers.
And now it's time for Freddie's forecast. So that's right, you need those shades today as it's going to be a hot and sunny one. Today's Freddie forecaster winner is Garland Brown from Augusta, Georgia. So come on over to Television Park to claim your prize. And if you too would like to win, you can head on over to WJBF.com to sign up.
And I have my shades in the car, Sherry. Time now to check out what's coming up at 7 o'clock on Good Morning America.
On News Channel 6.
And Twitter is getting some competition. Facebook's parent company Meta is launching a new app called Threads today. The new app's official description calls it, quote, Instagram's text-based conversation app. Users can follow and connect with creators and build their own following, as well as sharing text, videos, and photos. You can log into your Instagram handle. It's available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. A sign in a Subway restaurant here in Georgia is catching heat. Employees at the store in Recon, Georgia, that's in the low country near Savannah, changed it earlier this week to read, quote, our subs don't implode. Many people online felt the store's message was insensitive to the people killed in the deep sea disaster and their loved ones, and it was too soon. The sign has since been taken down. And you can save on your back-to-school shopping in South Carolina in just a few weeks. The State Department of Revenue has set this year's tax-free weekend for August 4th through 6th. That means a lot of products from school supplies, electronics, school clothing, dorm room accessories, and more will be exempt from the state sales tax. We will keep you posted on Georgia's tax-free weekend dates.
And now it's time for the weather question of the day. It's what's in this dog's cup? No, I'm just kidding. The question for today, we refer to the dog days of summer, refers to what star visible from Earth? Is it A, the sun, B, Sirius, C, Polaris, or D, Canopus? Get your answers in on our Facebook page, and I'll be back on the other side of this break with your full forecast.
Why should you call
Regional Airport. Fly there, fly home. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. So we start off by looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at AU Health. Even though the sun is up, you can tell it's definitely a foggy day as we have this low-level clouds just kind of blanketing the sky, giving us kind of a dreary start to the day. But the good news is that fog will burn off here in the next couple of hours, and we will get to see plenty of sunshine for today. Temperature-wise, we're at 72 degrees. The air temperature, but when you factor in 97% humidity, it feels more like 72. Winds are nice and calm, nothing to contend with there. The biggest thing is the fog. It's limited our visibility here in Augusta down to 5 miles, and other areas in the CSRA even down to 1 to 2 miles. So definitely keep that in mind as you head out this morning. Add a little extra time to your commute and pack that patience so you can get to your destination safely. Across the southeast, we've got lots of warm temperatures from the 70s to the 80s. 82 in Dallas and Texas, 75 for Montgomery and Birmingham and Alabama, 72 here in Augusta, and in the 80s in the Sunshine State. So plenty of heat to go around for all of us. So what's our big picture here with our satellite and radar? So we had that rain that moved through yesterday is now well off the coast. Just a few lingering clouds along the coastline, but back here at home, we've got a stationary front draped right overhead. The good news though, back behind it, we have drier air. So lots of rain yesterday. In fact, over an inch, almost an inch and a quarter here in Augusta. For the month of July, we are well above average. So only 6 days in, and we are almost at an inch and a half of rain, and for the year at a surplus at over 33.5 inches. So for our farmers forecast, definitely nothing to speak of as far as drought is concerned, which is great news as it's been a very wet year so far. But today I think we're going to be mostly dry. We'll throw in a 20% chance of rain because there is a chance of some spotty afternoon showers. Winds are light coming from the west at 5 miles per hour. So your rain chances for the next couple days today is, like I said, going to keep it pretty low at 20%. But as we move into the weekend, we're in that typical summertime pattern where we have the nice, warm, sunny days, and then the chance of those pop-up afternoon storms. So 40% through Sunday, and then our best chance coming in on Monday at 60%. So what do we have for today? Looking at that future cast. So this morning, once that fog burns off, we have a little bit of clouds to contend with, but they're fair weather clouds. As we move into the afternoon hour, we might see a little increase of clouds, but plenty of sunshine for us to enjoy as we heat up nicely. And then again, as we move into the afternoon hours, just a few spotty showers here and there. Not a widespread event, not a huge accumulation of rain, and definitely light in nature, but definitely can't narrow that out, but definitely spotty as we move into the evening hours. And then Friday, start off the morning again with just a mix of sun and clouds, and then kind of wash and repeat as we heat up during the day. In the afternoon, you can see those spots of showers sprinkled in there. Again, not a widespread event, but definitely an isolated chance of some showers and storms for your Friday. And that's kind of the same story for the weekend. But for today, for your Thursday, 79 degrees at 9 a.m. That's your lunch hour, nice and toasty at 86 with a mix of sun and clouds. And then moving into those 90s after lunch, we're going to go with a high today of 94 here in Augusta. A little bit cooler in Crawfordville at 91. Same for Washington. 92 for you in Sylvania. And again, a mix of sun and clouds, but it's also going to be humid. So temperature-wise, we are right on target where we should be this year. Average is 94. That's what we're going to go with for today. A little bit warmer for 95 for your Friday. And then we will make it into the lower 90s by Monday. But also keep in mind that it's also going to be very humid. So when you factor in that humidity, it's going to feel even warmer, possibly even feel like the triple digits. But then at night, nice and cool as far as summer standards go. Lows in the 70s with some partly cloudy skies to contend with. And those low temperatures, kind of same story. Flatline right where we should be this time of year. Your 10-day forecast, we got a 20% chance of some afternoon pop-up showers today. Highs in the 90s for the next 10 days. Lows in the 70s. We've got a better chance of some scattered afternoon showers moving into your weekend with our best chance of rain coming in on Monday. So now it's time for the weather question of the day. So our question is, when we refer to the dog days of summer, what star is that referring to that's visible from Earth? Is it A, the sun, B, Sirius, C, Polaris, or D, Campus? Guys, what's your guess?
Well, I don't know anything about those three, so I'm just going to go with what I know and say A, the sun.
Yeah, I think A as well, Sherry.
I think so. Well, unfortunately, you're both wrong.
Oh.
The answer for today is B, Sirius.
I was thinking
Seriously.
about B. I changed mine to A.
Yeah. So I think isn't the logo for the Sirius
XM.
XM?
XM, isn't it a dog?
I have no idea.
Oh.
We'll have to look that up. Maybe there's some kind of correlation there. But yeah, today's answer is B. So congratulations to those who got it right.
All right, we'll be right back.
With Red
More at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back. Time now 6:51.
Time to take a look at the 6 things you need to know before you head out the door. Security will be at an all-time high as the President of the United States makes a stop in West Columbia, South Carolina today. During his visit to Flex Manufacturing, the President will talk about his financial plan for America and clean energy. The event is private, but we should have an update for you later in the day.
2 job fairs are happening today. The Wilkes Regional Youth Detention Center will be taking applications from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Be sure to bring your social security card, a valid driver's license, and a high school diploma or GED. Plus, Augusta University will be at the Goodwill Job Connection from 2 to 4 p.m.
And authorities here in Richmond County need your help finding 2 missing people. 21-year-old Elizabeth Lee was last seen in Monroe, Georgia on Saturday. She's believed to be here in Augusta. 21-year-old Peter Jackson was last seen Tuesday. He might be in the area of Kissing Bower Road and Thomas Lane. Call police if you've seen either one of them.
You could get a coupon instead of a citation, excuse me, if you're stopped by Grovetown Police. They're worth 10% off, parts to fix broken lights, turn signals, and other minor damages to your vehicle. You can redeem them at Advanced Auto Parts and O'Reilly Auto Parts in Grovetown. The police chief says the new move is meant to be a way to connect the department with the community, all while keeping the roads safe.
And new property value notices are hitting the mail tomorrow in Richmond County. Those would tell you how much your property is worth this year compared to last year and explain any changes you may notice. You'll have until August 21st to file an appeal. Sherry.
So this morning we've got foggy conditions, but that will burn off and we'll have partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the 70s. And then this afternoon, partly cloudy to sunny conditions with highs in those mid-90s.
The WJBF.
Call 222-HURT right now.
And here's a little bit of trivia for you this morning. Spam pork that comes in a can. This is named from 2 combined words, spiced and ham. The mysterious meat rectangles were invented in 1937 in Minnesota. Twitter users list their previous assumptions of what the name stood for. Guesses include spoiled ham, scientifically processed animal matter, and stuff posing as meat. I like that
Yum.
one.
That just sounds delicious. Very not. Do you guys like Spam? Have you ever had it? I've had it before. It's, I guess, an acquired taste. It's not for me.
My
for sure.
daddy can fry it with eggs for breakfast. It's not something we have a lot, but growing up, we did have it. Yeah, and he does pretty good with it.
How about you, Sean?
It's nothing to write home about.
Nothing to write home It's all right in a pinch, right?
Right.
All right.
I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. But isn't she lovely? Made from love.
That's pretty good. Philadelphia Eagle offensive lineman Jordan Mailata surprised guests when he went from groom to wedding singer this past Saturday. You heard him just now singing part of Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely as his bride danced with her dad. You know, when I read this, I wasn't so sure how that was going to sound because, you know, some people should just keep their day jobs, but he's really good. That's so special too. You know, singing when your new wife has her father-daughter dance.
Yeah,
really
that's
special.
very
And
sweet.
you know someone else who's a great singer? Meteorologist Sherry Sheely.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to hear that later.
Yeah.
So I'm better at forecasting, so let's stick to that. I'll stick to my day job. So it's going to be another hot and humid, just typical southern day with temperatures in the 90s.
All right, that's all time we have time for now.
We're back in about 25 minutes.